मेरा नाम डॉक्टर विनय है और आप सोच रहे होंगे कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, तो इसके पीछे की कहानी मैं आपको बताता हूँ और उस शख्स से मिलवाने जाता हूँ हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दिस। आइए मिलते हैं। मैं करीब 5.5 years पहले हेयर ट्रांसप्लांट सर्जरी कराया था मेडिस्पा क्लिनिक में डॉक्टर सुनीत सोनी के साथ।
How are you doing?
I'm very good, very happy.
So we did a transplant almost 2018?
2018.
You are based in UK? The first transplant was in 2014.
What he had done is he added a bit around this area,
Okay.
but he didn't bring my hairline down.
Okay.
When I came and met you, I was very interested in getting it down a bit.
That time.
Which you did.
How did you came to know about my place that time?
Internet research and kept going to the, what is it, ISHRS? Yes, that website,
Yeah.
and looked at names of people who've been recommended.
It's the International Hair Transplant Results Surgeons Association.
Yes, that association. And there were few who were recommended from India.
In ISHRS you find my name?
Yes, from India, I think there were 2 or 3 names, or maybe 3 or 4. Yours was one of them. Some of these guys, Dr. Soni, who are based internationally,
Okay.
and because they're seen as credible people, lots of patients get in touch with them
Okay.
to give their experiences. Someone said, I went to this person, didn't work well. I went to this person, worked very well. And these people have a certain amount of para-professional knowledge, doing this for over years.
Yeah.
And then they start saying, actually, I've started getting reports from patients who visited this doctor and they've not had great results. They've gone to this doctor and they've got great results.
Good.
And he saw a few of yours and he said, that's a massive amount of coverage, 4,500-5,000 grafts. And looking at the sense of coverage, it looks really good.
We did a combination of strip and FUE that time.
Both.
I designed it according to your needs,
Absolutely.
like making it look more M-shaped, more
Yes.
sharp front, making the widow's
Yeah.
peak in the central area, to make it proportionate to your face, more sharper.
Sure.
Majority of people are afraid and frightened due to the name of the strip surgery, FUT, and many of doctors, they also say that it's a old surgery and you might have neck stiffness with that, isn't it?
For doing FUT, you need to have some surgical skills.
Absolutely.
And it helps if you're a plastic surgeon, is the best.
Very true.
Most of the other people are dermatologists who've never been inside an OT to make an incision.
Very true.
So they are scared of doing a surgery because it may go wrong. So they are the ones who will shout the most over the rooftops. FU is gold standard, is the new thing, let's do it. Because they can't do what surgeons like you do.
A strip can harvest more grafts from a given surface area because we 100% harvest from that area.
And the safe area.
Yeah, and the safest area. And we can reduce the damage rate because of microscopic dissection, which is under vision. Because we have taken the hair out, we can see the hair direction, angle and pattern. And microscopically when we divide, we can preserve almost 99% of grafts. How was your overall experience with the first surgery of strip with me? The combination of strip and FUE, which I say I make a natural hairline, it should be pain-free, complication-free, neck movement should not be restricted, because these are the important things which people are literally scared of. Is it?
No, certainly, but none of those things are true. They're all myths.
Is it?
So I'm 55
Like neck
now.
movement, how much was the neck? You look great actually.
I'm 55 and I exercise heavily,
Oh,
and including my neck.
yeah,
I've never had 0% problem with my neck.
absolutely.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I waited for 6 days. After the surgery, got back to exercises light for the first 3-4 days. After about 2 weeks, I was doing my heavy exercises again.
That's true.
And for the last 6 years, I've had zero problem. with my neck.
Absolutely great. Absolutely great.
That's a
And being a doctor yourself, you know what are the limitations. Still,
Absolutely.
you feel that it's not even a percentage of bothering with neck movement with strip surgery.
Not at all. And actually, before I was doing what I'm doing now, Dr. Soni, I was an orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah.
So I know a little bit about the neck.
Yes.
There's zero. This is just nonsense that it has any effect on your neck at all. For me, the biggest compliment to you was after 2 or 3 or 4 months, I went to my barber's.
Is it?
My barber should have noticed that there's a scar at the back or there's something. He said nothing.
Wow.
So he did not notice it.
Uh,
Which brings me to the second point that I like about your surgery. Being a plastic surgeon, you do a trichophytic closure.
yes. Yes.
And that cosmesis, I've seen famous celebrities with long, ugly scars at the back because later they thought maybe I'll go crew cut or something, and it was shown. But your trichophytic closure again is a great artistry, and because you're a plastic surgeon, I don't think lots of people can make that kind of closure.
It's a very fine artistic work, around less than a millimeter of epidermis and dermis, less than a millimeter, which we have to make a step and then close it. So it needs high precision, microscopic magnification, and hand-eye coordination. It needs a lot of practice for that, experience.
No, certainly. I mean, how many? You're 10 years or more?
Around 14 years I've been doing transplant.
10,000 patients?
8,000 around.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, practice makes perfect. We know surgery, you just do more and more, you get better and better.
Very true. Most of the people are scared. Doing strip is possible again and again. So I tell them that it's based on elasticity. Your elasticity recovers. Skin is a property that elasticity recovers back in a year or so.
Sure.
And you can re-extract a strip. And best part is, I will not leave 2 scars on behind.
We'll want the same scar.
I will include that scar in the strip. So finally there will be only one scar.
Oh, fantastic.
Again, with the trachophytic closure, it's almost negligible.
Yeah.
And again, we get a lot of hair from the safest area. A small surface area is utilized and we can cover a lot of area. So second time, have you consulted a lot of people again that I want to go for second surgery for mid-scalp and vertex? What are their opinions?
If somebody wants density, they should not consider only FUE.
Very true.
You can't get it. You can only get that density and the thickness from going from that safe area and taking maximum. So I was sure.
Absolutely.
FUT to karana hi hai. FUE add kar denge. This time you said let's try with a bit of beard. Okay, we can go.
Very true. Yeah. Very true. So that's true. It's a very safe and easily understandable concept that if you combine FUT and FUE from a given surface area, you get the maximum output. But people will not agree. And the reason is not like it's an old technique. Because it's in their incapabilities.
Yes. मुझे Mark Twain का saying बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled.
Very true.
And I think what is happening over here is you have all these non-surgical physicians who cannot do FUT.
Being an orthopedician, you can be so...
I can totally understand that.
Very true.
So they will keep trying to push FUE because उनको FUT आता नहीं है.
Very true.
Yeah, they don't have the confidence to do it.
उसके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा infrastructure भी चाहिए. We need a big teamwork to have a good output, consistency, monitoring. It's not like just harvesting a strip. It's the back lab, the cutting team, microscopic magnification. Their precision matters a lot. So I have to monitor them continuously, make data. Every day we have to calculate the percentage of hair extracted, doubles, triples, number of dissections, damages. So I make sure every day it comes less than 1%.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, every day. We will check every day that it should be less than 1% of damage rate with the strip surgery.
You know, on this I want to ask you one question.
Yeah.
Is my feeling, but I may be wrong, so you can correct me. When you do FUT, you're going open. It's not a blind procedure.
Yes.
When you do FUE, essentially it's blind. Because again, as you say, the hair is not like this, and you're cutting like this, and you're getting the bulb off.
Very true. So I will tell you detail. When we take a graft is a combination of double hair, single hair, or maybe triple hair. So when there is single hair grafts, mostly it's not transected because the hair is going straight, and maybe in an angulation you can judge it. Almost 90%, 99% you can extract it without a problem. But when you get a double hair in which there is a splaying, the second hair is going away.
You will cut one.
So there is chances that you can cut one. Normal micromotor which does FUE has a rotatory motion.
Yeah.
It goes rotate, go inside and go deep, and we pluck the hair out. So when we pluck the hair out in triple hair, there are high chances that the third one will get damaged.
Yeah.
But if the third one is damaged, lot of FUE doctors will not count it as a damage because they will say 2 hairs are intact. And if we ask, what about the third one? They say it's intact inside your own part. Fine. So they will say there is no damage rate. But if you count the partial transaction rate, because in the third hair in the 3 hair graft, which is transected due to the rotatory motion which is going deep, it should be counted as transaction. And if you count the transaction, the partial transaction rate always come to be around 20 to 25% in a normal micromotor technique.
I'm sure.
But now we have an advanced technique. It's a traveling system. It's an important system. What is the advantage? Initially it rotates. For epidermis and partial initial dermis, a tough part it rotates. As soon as it goes to the softer dermis part, it just oscillates.
So transition.
To and fro.
Yeah.
Okay, because the third root which is going outside, it will not rotate 360, it will just oscillate. And once it go to the fat layer where the actual bulb is, it just vibrates and applies some suction out for it.
So it pulls the third one out without
transaction, because it's not rotating, it's just vibrating and sucking it.
Okay.
It sucks the third root and it damages further reduce. So I have actually calculated it. It reduces almost 10% of partial damage rate. That's how it prevents the damage in the deeper tissues. Angle, direction and precision of designing should always be there, and I always precisely make the single hair grafts in the frontal area. Artistry is the key for a good hair transplant results. So being a surgeon, what's your opinion?
No, I totally agree. Actually, without surgery, I'll take a step back and say medicine. Medicine is a combination of art and science. History taking is an art, which most physicians have lost. You walk in, they'll give you 20 tests and 13 medicines.
Yeah.
They will not even take a history, which is an art. So all of medicine is a combination of art and science.
Yes.
It's even more so true in things like this, which is aesthetic surgery.
Like in your case.
My case.
Yeah.
All our cases, we are coming here not to just get transplanted heads, we're coming for an aesthetic enhancement. So unless you add that art element, which was the other thing I read about you, that when you were a child and still now you are interested in drawing.
Yeah, I do drawing, painting, sculptures.
Yeah.
I'm still taking some time out for these things because.
But you have the skill in your hand.
Very true.
So you're an artist.
Yeah.
And you also, so I think it certainly helps us in getting a more natural design. But what it also does in your plastic surgery also. Plastic surgery, this is
fine art.
This is a cosmetic surgery you're doing on me. Cosmetic surgery means something to deal with artistry and enhancing something and making it look natural.
Absolutely, because in hair transplant, people are going to judge you. If they find, if 1% change in angle, direction and position, they will judge it's a transplant.
Yeah.
So, if you see somebody is not judging you as a transplant, how much it enhances your confidence?
Certainly. And this is a common joke among transplant people that when they sit down, when I'm in a group of people, I'll just subconsciously be looking around to find out who's had a transplant.
Is it?
Yeah, it just happens.
Okay.
Because most people, the way it's been done, it reveals itself ki yaar ye transplant lag raha hai. You're never sure and you don't want to offend the person by asking.
Yeah.
But some people, the job is done so well that it's imperceptible. I have so far never had anyone coming up to me and asking me ki yaar transplant karaye ho.
Is it?
When I went back for the first time, they did say you're looking different and you're looking better. I think you've changed your hairstyle. but no one said, have you done something like that?
That's nice.
And that is the biggest compliment for you as a practicing
Your
doctor.
confidence increases manifold. That look, nobody's identified me.
Exactly.
I've done something.
Yeah.
And I'm so good and happy about my decision that nobody can identify.
No, very happy with the decision.
Is it?
Which is why I've come back as a satisfied customer to get a little bit more and to keep it going natural the way it is without people realizing, hang on, have you got something done? Maybe, but no idea what it is.
Best wishes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.